moving on to the Dolphins, and they moved around some picks. They moved back. They moved up. I know you're going to have the exacts on that, but what do you think about them moving around and shuffling around?
Right. So we just talked about San Francisco getting the number 3 pick. The Dolphins moved back to 12, which was San Francisco's original pick. In that trade, they also picked up, I believe, a 5th-round pick from San Francisco to move back. And in addition to that, they also got, or I'm sorry, this is already complicated. They have the 12th round pick this year, 12th pick overall this year in the first round, 2022 first round pick, and a 2nd round pick in 2022. So that's next year, and then a 1st round pick in 2023. So they got 3 first rounders and a 2nd rounder over the next 3 years. We're just moving back to 12. Then what Miami did is they sent 12 to Philly, and then Miami also sent their 1st round pick, I believe, in 2022 to get back to 6, and then they got a 5th back. So they still have like 2 first-round picks this year, another first-round pick next year, 2nd rounders galore. Miami's doing a hell of a job. Their front office and Brian Flores, the head coach, are doing a great job. Just, they're still kind of making out from that Laramie Tunsil trade that Miami made a few years ago to Houston. They're still reaping the benefits of that trade, which is crazy. So Miami's got all these picks. If Tua is their guy and he turns out to be, the quarterback that they thought he was when they took him 5th, and then you got all these picks, they are going to be loaded for years to come, whether they use it to trade for somebody or they use it and just keep drafting players in the 1st round. They're going to surround Tua with talent. Their defense is already good. They're probably going to draft more guys. Miami's future is set up well for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, funny quick story on Twitter the other day. Darius Butler, former Patriots cornerback. Shout out to Darius Butler. I follow him on Twitter. He shared a picture of a statue of a fake Laramie Tunsil statue in front of the Miami Dolphins stadium. And on the bottom of the statue, it said 3 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and like a couple of 4th-round picks. Man, they got a haul for that guy, and it's going to pay off in the years to come. And honestly, Laramie Tunsil is arguably not worth the 1st-round pick that was spent on him. So I think that they definitely made out in that deal, and they're just stacking more picks. And I think, like you said, this is Brian Flores doing it the Patriot way, in my opinion. He learned from Bill Belichick how to stack picks and how to move back and then even move back up again and get more picks and more value for your draft picks, which we've talked about many times on this show. A draft pick is basically like a scratch ticket or going to the casino. It's not a guaranteed win that it's going to happen. And I don't even know to say if it's a 50-50 if they're going to pan out, especially when you're talking about 1st-round picks or 2nd-round picks. So it's one of those things where, and obviously like one of the greatest players of all time was a 7th-round pick. So, and we all know who we're talking about. So it's one of those things where you don't know what you're going to get. So moving back and getting additional picks to make more picks is really like stacking your hand and having a better hand in poker at the casino to be able to actually stack the odds in your favor to be able to hit. And so that's what I think Brian Flores is doing. I think he's doing a good job. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if you've seen the Patriots do that. If they're just fielding offers for this 15th pick to actually be able to move back like they normally do. But I really would like them to make the pick or to move up. But I honestly would bet everything I have in my pocket right now, which is actually nothing because I have 0 in my pocket. But if I did have some money, I'd bet it all that they would never trade up in this draft. But if they would trade back. But I'd like them to just kind of stay where they are and make that 15th pick. But yeah, the Dolphins, they're stacking picks. And they honestly, they got a lot and they didn't move back much.
Yeah, I mean, they moved back 3 picks essentially and picked up all that other haul. So that's just amazing. And then, I don't think they were going to take a quarterback this entire time. Some people said, they don't really like Tua, so they're going to take, somebody whether it's Fields or Lance at 3. And it's like, no, they just spent the 1st-round pick on Tua Tagovailoa. And now they have all these other picks. So if Tua doesn't work out, they have the draft capital to take a couple more swings at it and try to get another quarterback, or they can trade those picks to a team like, the Rams just did for Matt Stafford, or, I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to get moved this year because of what's going on. So it could be next year that they could go trade for Deshaun Watson with all these picks. They're giving themselves options, and I think that's the most important thing, and they are so set to make a bunch of moves. It's going to be very interesting what they do over the next couple of years. As a Patriots fan, I am scared of them in the AFC East.